I actually came to a game 18 months ago. You know, as I said earlier, we've been on plenty of vacations over here to visit my son, and we got acquaintances, myself and Zoran, who knew each other, and I got invited to the game against Red Bull and really enjoyed the game. Charlotte were winners on the day 2-0, and it was a great atmosphere. You know, you could tell it was a community-driven club, you know, with the supporters, and I think that warmth and that feel never left me. So to answer your question, when the role came up, I was approached to see if I would be interested in the role, and I then done my due diligence and just spoke to my family, as I always do, and we felt that this could be a really good opportunity.
Who's a badass? She's a badass. Who's a badass? She's a badass.
Hey Dino, what's up, man? Welcome to Charlotte, dude. Man, we love you. Can't wait to see what you do on the pitch. Hopefully it won't be what Villa did to my Spurs, but you know, that's a whole nother story. But welcome to Charlotte. Man, we get some tea, maybe some crumpets, man, do an old English breakfast or something, man. Just hit us up. Love an interview.
Blood sausage.
Derek Jones, if you're seeing this, Derek Jones, I love you, man. I love you, right? You're the only midfielder I love.
Yo! Get off Capetti's nutsack! I told you! Get off his nuts! Capetti is a baller, insect. Just saying.
That big apple was a golden delicious, baby. Let's go!
Atlanta, we go over there. We killing you.
To marry me, you can.
Oh, that's kind of anyways, we'll skip right over that.
Anyways, delete that out of the video, please. My mom would be so disappointed.
TJ, I'm gonna have to hire you for photography. And ain't no TJ, it's JT.
You changed the name, man.
It's fine. It's boot room, aka where all the cleats are. And it smells, the airflow in here is really good. It smells really good. If they want to stretch their stuff out, get their workout on, bam.
We love Christian, Kalina.
I don't know. What can March do better?
Kalina is absolutely top notch. We're
Top
so
notch.
proud of him. We love him in Charlotte. Yeah, he did a great job.
Like when you go on Kalina's website, you give him like a 5-star Yelp review.
Absolutely, 100% every time.
Damn, I ain't got no interview or nothing. Anyway, over here at Queen City. CLTFC fans, by the fans, damn it.
Hey, George. I got it. Is it CLTFC Fan TV for the fans, by the fans?
Damn it.
CLTFC. Where did Jorge go?
He had enough.
He just said
Fans
he's
TV.
camera shy. He's camera
For the
shy.
fans, by the fans, damn it.
Damn
Lee
it.
trying to figure out which intro to play first. You picked the wrong one, Lee.
No, well, I
went
thought you
too
were going
hard
to give
on
me
making
one
them
each
new
week.
and fresh.
I wasn't sure how that one played out. I need to clean up the back end here at some point. There's so many videos and stuff.
You need to clean up your back end for sure.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome everybody.
Paulie, what's up, buddy?
Tuesday night.
Real quick, if you haven't checked out Paulie's vlog from this weekend, go check it out and give him some love on the YouTube and all that fun stuff, man. And hit that sub button for him too.
Yeah, we're still working with Jorge's agent to get him back
his,
on. His agent called last minute and said
his internet went out.
His agent said Venmo hasn't come through for $50. Bail.
No, am I having dinner? No, man. I'm like right in the middle of moving. This is like the last area of my house where I could set up for tonight. So working off the kitchen table.
So, but next week, once there's no kitchen table, you'll still have internet and you'll sit on the floor.
That's a possibility, I guess. I might be able to do a couch or something.
No, man. Just do it kindergarten style, man. Get you a little mat.
I'm too old, though. I'm too old.
I know it'd be good for your lower back. Stretch it out.
Yeah, I'm all up.
Stretch it. Speaking of stretching it out, damn, what happened on Sunday? What was that? You knew I was like, wrap it up, Lee, when we were doing the interviews. And by the way, I guess the fan interviews are coming out tomorrow morning instead of Tuesday, which is fine. And Paulie, you did great on there too. And we definitely, Mint City soccer vlogs. Anyway, that was just a shit show. I don't know what the deal was with the feeling in the stadium. The rainy day, but it stopped raining by the time we were in there. I don't know. It's just something about the Sunday. Like you had said in a lot of the interviews with the fans, you're like, just this whole vibe about it. Just, I don't know. It's just like their heart wasn't in it. It was just like, what the hell? What just happened?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the worst part about it was that, we lost that streak at home, right? I mean, we could get into like the weather and all that and everything, but to me, man, yeah, like Alan says, it was definitely a trap game. I think wasn't we calling it that before last week too?
Man, I don't know. We've never seen it. Well, I guess we played them in the Coachella thing preseason, but that still doesn't really count. But I don't know, man. They just came to play, and after we had those few opportunities in the beginning, we don't have to get too deep into it yet, but it just sucked. And it was funny. One of my old friends that I haven't seen in years and years and years, but I just saw on Facebook that he was there that night with his son. And I was just like, damn, dude, he probably comes to one or two games.
Was that their first game?
No, I think they come like twice a year, but he lives down in South Carolina somewhere. Jeff Ware, what's up? But anyway, he was there with his kid and realizing what they saw, I was like, oh man, that's a shitty one. That sucks to have to be the one you came to. And I don't like I guess you gotta watch the footage, or at least Dean does, but man, that's one of those games you just want to forget it. Just move on.
Yeah, I mean, what's up, Jorge?
I have no idea what just happened. I was just sitting there, and then like I got a message saying AT&T blocked the connection or something.
Blocked the connection.
Sorry about
AT&T's the initials of your manager, right? He was like, "Yo, man, you're not doing the show tonight." That Venmo didn't come through.
My agent was like, "I'm not sure if you should do the show tonight," but I told him to do it anyways.
Whatever. Tell them agents how it's done, man. Anyways,
for the fans, by the fans.
Yeah, man. Didn't even do your hair for the show, man. Disrespect.
Who, me?
That's what Max Zilla says, yeah. So,
what? It looks good.
Yeah, no, you're all right, man. You always look fresh, man.
Yeah, you're fresh.
Yeah, man. So, Jorge, we were just talking about, like, just the game or how it was Sunday. I mean, what I've just thought, man, I was like, it was the perfect weekend to be sort of grounded, right? From not having from not having a tailgate over there at Niche. The weather was shitty. You know, it was kind of fun actually. I actually enjoyed like actually being in a bar for once, like before the game, you know, just kind of hanging out, getting some
For once,
food.
my
And
ass.
what do you mean?
You've been in a bar hanging out before a game before?
I mean, meaning for once, like it hasn't been it's been a minute since I did that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, no, I wouldn't. Of course I've been in a bar before. I just turned 21. I'm enjoying my new,
So did
my
they
new
not have a
age.
march either? I forgot to ask that.
There wasn't really a march or anything. It was, I think the supporters groups just came in however they came in, wherever they met up, and then they just kind of marched by themselves.
There
So
was a march. I know there was another march, but yeah. It was just a strange day. And it being a Sunday and it was cool, like abnormally
the weather was
cold.
perfect, I thought.
I mean, it felt good. Don't get me wrong, but
When the game started, yeah, but I feel
Yeah,
like the
but-
day was kind of dreary. You know?
Hard to get going.
Yeah, you didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was 27,000 something was the official attendance. Which is
right
still
at
cool,
27,000.
but it was just. You're right. It just wasn't the juice, man. There was no juice.
Yeah, but I mean, Dino kind of called that out, right, on his presser, right? I don't know how to really take that because players are players, show up regardless, right? I mean, I guess I don't know. Maybe they were funk too. Everybody was in the funk. Maybe it's the allergies. I don't know about y'all's allergies, but mine are playing up.
Yeah, I just think everything about that game was off. Even, I mean, like Scott was supposed to start over Brecht, right? And he got an injury right before kickoff as well. So, I mean, like everything that could go wrong went wrong this weekend, right? I mean, from a playing perspective, we look terrible, right? This is probably the worst game I can think of since that Atlanta 3-0 in that first half last season. It was just bad. You
Yeah.
know, to be fair, the
first half.
yeah, I want to say like the first 5 minutes we had that chance with Vargas that it went wide, right? But even that they had an opportunity right from the get go to score, and Kalina made an
Yeah.
amazing save, right? So I mean it's apparent to everybody that we lack a true center
10.
attacking mid. You know,
Yes. Bring me a mid.
he
Bring
was
me a
gonna
number
have
10, Zoran. Bring me a 10.
Yeah, he was gonna have Scott Arfield play it this last match. You know, he's tried Brecht there, and I mean, obviously we saw that we weren't connecting any play in the final third through the middle. Anytime we create any solid opportunities, it comes from the wings. And when we can't create through the wings, we have a very very hard time even getting chances. Right? I mean, we had one shot on target all game. That lets you know what type of game we had,
That was by our DP,
Also-
right? Our best player who got the one shot on goal was our best player, right?
I think so. Like I can't
No,
remember.
it was Bill Tuoloma. Only
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
on
that
goal
header.
He
Yeah,
did
that
have
header.
that header.
was our
You're right.
backup. And that was the only one on goal. That's one of my numbers here. But I wanted
Yes,
to make
I'm
that
tired
point.
of the excuses too, man. I mean, there's just no link-up play between the midfield and the forwards, right? In my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, bro, on our podcast, I'm gonna stop giving praise to players. Because anytime I give a praise, they go in and have an atrocious game the next one. I mean,
Who are y'all
Gianni was
praising?
taken off. He didn't look great. Abada was okay. He didn't do anything spectacular, right? I mean, Enzo continues his goal drought, and I backed him at the beginning of the season to have a good season. I backed Breck to be our player of the season.
If Enzo had only taken that penalty and not let Vargas have the ball and would have made it, I believe it would have changed everything. If he only could have got it in early.
Exactly. Preach it, JT. Preach it. Yes. Yep. But yeah, I mean the game overall, right? We lost 3-0. Hell, again, I need to get back to this. I need to get back in my seat in time for the second half. Like I came back, I was like, oh man, we're gonna win 2-1. They're like, how? We're 3-0 down. I was like, when did they score those two goals? I was literally 5 minutes late getting back to my seat.
Almost every interview of the fan reactions, which will come out tomorrow, one day late because we played on Sunday. Lee was always telling everybody about how he went to the bathroom. Every single person. I went to the bathroom and I come out at 3 later. And I was like, dude, I
Look,
cannot
you got
pass
two
you in
Jorges.
the bathroom. Whoa. Did y'all just see that? Did that just happen? Was that real?
Yeah, I think his internet must be back up.
All right, perfect.
Wow.
There we go. Now you
was
sound better.
crazy.
I do. Okay, I feel more comfortable too.
Yeah,
Man,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, Kyle. I am out here cursing everybody.
yeah. That's right. But no, I mean, like I said, I don't know. We definitely came out super slow the second half. That would kind of remind me of how we would come out after when Latanzio was in charge, right? We just kind of come out lackluster, no energy, sort of, you know.
Yeah. And here,
Dean
here's the
say
problem
something about that in the presser. I thought I heard a clip about that. About
Yeah,
how
Yeah, Dino said about it.
at
yeah,
halftime.
he mentioned it. And to be fair, I think I get the sense that we have an emotional squad, with like last week he mentioned the boys felt a little down and he had to get them up, right? And good, thankfully they had a great game. But this weekend, he mentioned, kind of, it wasn't what Latanzio said, but it was reminiscent of that, where, Latanzio said that the guys feel an extra pressure. Dean more or less said that like the crowd fell off, so the team fell off, right? And so he said, I take that into responsibility as well, and that's something that I need to work on with the group, So that's kind of the sense that I get, right? And I really love Ashley Westwood's comments right after, I like Ashley a lot, man. Like he just says it how it is. He said it's on us, like,
Of course it is.
this is where last season, I want to say there were 2 or 3 times within the season where we could have really had a jump start to our season and solidify ourselves, right? And I feel like this season again, we're gonna have 2 or 3 opportunities to do that, right? Just because MLS is so mid, and this was kind of that first opportunity, and we wasted it, right? So we're gonna have to build that back up, and kind of be right there where, okay, like this is an opportunity to solidify ourselves in 6th or in 5th, right? Create some sort of point gap between 7, 8, and 9, and
I know we could have been fourth. Could have been fourth. But this is a solid take or a solid question, right? I mean, we've only seen the 4-2-3-1, and Dino mentioned earlier we'd also go to 4-3-3. Is it time now?
I mean, if we're gonna play a 4-3-3, bro, we don't even know. Like, in my opinion, we don't even have a quality. I don't want to say we don't have a quality, but like Kerwin Vargas has been inconsistent in his play, right? So on the right, we have a great guy like Abada that I think would do well. But when we're lacking a creative attacking midfielder, and when our left winger isn't producing to the level he needs to, right, he's got to try other options, right? We've seen him play with 2 strikers up top, with Enzo and Copetti, with kind of long balls from Alanda, and that kind of seems to be a sort of formula that we have.
Well, I mean, I think Kyle sort of touches on that, right? Are we just too predictable as how we line up, right? I mean, if they know how we're going to line up and play, and that we're not going to deviate it for
not
60 plus minutes.
Not necessarily. I mean, I don't think it's the style of play or the formation. I think it's the players within that formation.
Yes, I agree. I mean, yeah. I've been saying it for a couple of weeks now, man. We need a solid 10. Does Bender come back and fill that position, or?
I mean, I honestly think Bender has a great opportunity in his hands to show that he could play that role. I mean, that's what Dean mentioned in the press conference. I asked him, hey, where do you see him? Do you see him? I mean, we saw him on the wing before. We've seen him as an 8, as a 10, and he says he sees more of that. Right?
Do you think he's creative enough, though?
But no, that's where I'm getting at. It's like guys like Pat, guys like Ben are good players, but to have to depend on them for the whole season, we can't be doing that. We need to let these guys have their natural progression into the team. I mean, right. Pat is our top scorer, for Christ's sake, and he's got 2 goals.
Hey, but you could take the silver lining out of that, though. It's like, hey, well, at least the entire team's scoring, but it's like we don't really have that many
goal difference. So
that's where I was going with that too. Yes, yeah, but yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's that, man. Yeah, I mean, the 10 is definitely going to be a hot spot for this summer, right? That's gonna be our main focus.
Has
With that
the-
being,
has
go
the
ahead,
trade-
JT.
I'm sorry, but has the trade deadlines just finished, right?
Today was the last day, I believe.
Not today, and we
Yeah.
didn't expect anything to happen. So basically, Burns going to come back and whatever the hell with his green card, which still to me is like what? Until the window opens in the summertime, that's when we should get more work done and get people in. You don't think much is going to happen between now and then, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, there was some rumors going around, but it sounded like they couldn't get the deal across the line, or there were some discrepancies. Jorge, you know anything about that?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention, guys.
There was, I thought I read somewhere that we were in for somebody this window. I think it was a wing or two, right?
Yeah, we were in for a winger, and that deal kind of fell through. So, I mean, again, this is where I'm 50-50 with, are we looking for the right type of player? Are we okay with waiting? Or do we find somebody to fill in the box for right now?
Well, I mean, at this time, right now, I mean, we've got no choice but to wait, right?
For
I mean,
sure.
we got to wait until the summer window opens up.
So that's like an international thing, right? Help me understand.
Yeah, so the window's closed now. So the MLS
as of
today was the deadline day for MLS, right? And so that window will open back again. I want to say in late June or July. I can't remember right now.
And that's when teams are allowed to bring people in.
Yeah, Europe's open. Pretty much the world's open up, right?
Yeah, but Europe opened slightly earlier than MLS, right?
And again, it depends which country and all that fun jazz too, right?
So we close a little bit later. So that's why on the positive, when you have a window open later, you can get deals done like Abada, right? Where, he has an uncomfortable situation at Celtic. There's really not a lot of options in Europe. MLS seems attractive, and you get that signing over, right?
And he gets to talk to you.
That's decent names, though. I mean, I know this is probably way out left field, but if we had a player of like Modric coming to Charlotte, man, that would definitely let us know how good Enzo really isn't.
Ooh.
I think it comes down to more, man, like what's the long-term play in that position. But honestly, I mean, it's been 3 years and we've yet
to get a 10,
a proper quality 10. So what is it? What is it that we're missing to get that guy? I mean, Groenbach seemed to be what they wanted. They didn't get him, right? What are the other options? Why haven't we been able to produce in that? Because if you see, every team has a proper 10 that competes. Look at Lucho Acosta this weekend. He was cooking for Cincinnati, right? Look at Almada as well. He is a player that, you can count on. World Cup winner for Atlanta United. And even them, they've got a striker in Yakumakis who's injured right now. But when he's on, he's scoring.
Yeah, I mean, we are in a rebuild mode, right? We knew that coming into this season, right? I mean, we let our DPs go that probably shouldn't have been here to begin with, or at least a DP tag. I mean, it's just, I think just now with us fixing the other spots per se, right? It definitely shines a light more on that 10, that sort of attacking, that creative player that we just lack it. There's no other way to put it, right? We just need somebody to step in that can be creative and link up.
Yeah.
The final third.
Yeah, Maxilla has a point there. I mean, if I would have told you at the beginning of the season that Rio has more goals than Enzo at this point of the season, he wasn't even playing here.
Right, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Hindsight's 2020. We just got to stick it out now, man. Stay positive behind the boys as best we can. Yes, this is who I was referring to earlier. But I mean, there's that too, right? I mean, we haven't put a yes. I'm just gonna leave that comment as it is.
I've mentioned this before too. I mean, from mid-tier to depth pieces, we've done a great job, right? Scouting decent college players and Pat and Ben Bender and George Marks, you've done well. Role players like Brant Bronico have come in, right? Finding guys like Andrew Privet, right? But when you look at, the DP signings, the U22 players, right? Those are the positions that have to make the difference for us to be competing in 5th or 6th and not 9th like we have for the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, yeah, they're all valid points. All of it. I'm gonna think everybody's on the same page here. You know what I think was the problem Sunday is these damn new MLS rules. That's what did it.
Yeah, Dean was not happy about those MLS rules.
Yeah, I know. But welcome to the MLS, man, where we make shit up as we go along, sort of thing, right?
Yeah, I think the intention is right.
No, I do too. I
think I agree with the 15 seconds to get off the pitch, and then I'm 50-50 on the 15 seconds, or was it 15 seconds or 10 seconds to be on the I think it's 10 seconds to get off the pitch for substitution, and I think it's 15 seconds to be on the ground. That one I'm a little 50-50 on, because you don't really know if the player's truly hurt or not, right? The VAR to tell the people in the crowd what's going on NFL style, I'm not for that, bro. I feel like that's kind of like if the intention is to cut down time wasting, aren't you wasting time doing that?
Yeah.
It's like,
and we are 0-1 when we don't have a tailgate. That's a true
fact.
statement, man.
Yeah.
Max on fire tonight.
Hey,
Man,
isn't it?
We're still undefeated in Saturdays, though, so I'm gonna hold on.
That's true. Yeah. What you saying, JT?
I was just saying that I forgot about undefeated on Saturdays. We should play the fan of the match, because they say they have a theory. These Heidi, obviously we love Heidi, and I really don't know the other young lady, but you might know her. Lee.
Yes, Will and Krista.
Well, Will's great too. I remember meeting Will. Anyway, we'll drop the fan reactions tomorrow, but this is our fan of the match, and she and Heidi have a theory about the 13th win.
All right,
or not the 13th win.
We didn't look very composed. We weren't playing as a unit, and I don't know what caused that besides maybe the rain.
The rain.
And
feels like a song.
We broke our 13 record streak.
We did.
At the bank.
You know what?
We broke our 13 record streak.
I think
we didn't break it. Minnesota did.
I think it's because Taylor Swift just released an album, and
no Swiftie does this. Cut this right here, JT. We're cutting it.
So we had to stop it at 13.
It is the 13 because Taylor stopped it at 13.
All right, Will.
Yeah.
Yeah, kill the yeah.
Kill the women?
No.
No.
I did not say that.
We love Maddie Healy. We love Maddie Healy. And this
I did not
is
say
the
that.
13th game.
It's Sunday.
And we had to stop it at 13.
Yeah, at the end of the day, they made a lot of great points.
I love CLTFC Fan TV.
Yeah, man.
Conspiracy. Hey, Lee, we got to cut that and somehow put it out in the Swiftiverse and see if we get. There's got to be something's.
Well, you know what, man? You can cut it and send it to me, and we can push it out on the socials.
Yes. So tomorrow morning, fan reactions, and then we're gonna blow the Swiftiverse up, and we're gonna mesh them in with CLTFC Fan TV.
Yes, we can do that. We can do that. Yes.
Fannies by the fannies.
Yes, and we will not have for the fannies by the fannies. Yeah, but we will not have any of that blasphemy of Taylor Swift on our show, man. We're not going to have her write a record about us, a song about us, man. That would be the worst thing that could have. Well, actually, it might not be a bad thing. Taylor, if you're watching, I am your number one fan.
Yo, Max, this Swift will be dating Bender by June.
Yeah, he's married.
Hey, listen. Dean talked about in the pod I did with him about wanting 7,500 every home game. If we can figure out a way to get a player
75,000 maybe.
Yeah, 75,000. My bad. If we can figure out how to get a player with Taylor, we'll have that 75K every weekend.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, congrats on that, Jorge, getting that interview. Because I was going to say,
that was a good interview.
Intro, Lee's like, hey, man, let's have an English breakfast. Let's have a tea. And he's like, nah, dog, I'm just going to go talk to Jorge, yo.
Yeah.
That was a good interview, though. Kudos to you, sir.
Yeah, if you haven't checked it out, go check out the Dino interview over there on the Top Bin 90 YouTube channel and all the other socials.
There you go. Appreciate the plug. Yeah,
You
it was
know
great.
it, man.
It was.
Yeah.
I'd probably say it's one of my top 3 favorite interviews I've done, just because he's been a breath of fresh air, right? I mean, again, the Top Bin 90 curse. He does an interview with me and says something
that's it.
that got him.
Yeah, hey, front office of Charlotte FC. If Jorge ever puts in a request for anybody that's like a common star and is blowing up, do not put him in charge. We'll take the interview off your hands, Top Bin. Just throwing it out there.
We'll do that for you, buddy.
What's something outlandish that Jorge said, or who's he bigging up? Right? We'll do the opposite.
That's
if he's
it.
betting on this player, this guy's gonna do terribly.
Yeah, and if you're got your DraftKings or your other apps to gamble with, definitely go against what Jorge picks.
I'll just put my picks out and they'll be like, okay, this is what I'm
Yeah. That's right. But yeah, so I mean, again, right? It was a slow game. The whole day was just dreary. Whatever the reason we lost, the one thing I wasn't too big of a fan of, and not that it really matters, right, is, Dino kind of mentioning the player. It was the complete opposite of what Latanzi was saying, right? They were scared to come out in front of the fans, and now it was like because of the fans, it's like I just want to get away from that sort of narrative, I guess, and actually talk about what was going on in the game.
And I think with his answer, right, when he talked about like that's something that I have to deal with, kind of lets you know, right? Like he's like, okay, like I'm assessing still where my squad is. What are the strengths? What are the weaknesses? And how can I improve it? Right. So to me, it was like, okay, he addressed it and that's how he feels. But to me, he has it seems like he has got a course of action in terms of how to fix it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we've, even way back in the day when we played, right? There's just some games you just didn't feel it. You know what I mean? It's like, and so for whatever it's worth.
It's definitely one of those games. And I gotta Yere went out there and said, yo, I'm gonna give this man a lot of crap for his birthday. I'm gonna tell everybody that we playing with how these Finnish players do. Bro, he scored the second goal. And guess who was tracking him? Yere Uronen. He cursed himself.
That's it.
Hey,
so anytime,
don't listen to Top Bin and don't listen to Yere.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Yeah. Let it all go.
I was this man was like, I'm gonna ruin his birthday, yada yada. Bro scores the second goal and he was the one tracking him.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. I think Dino is still the man for us long term, at least, when I say long term, 5 years or so. But, I think he just needs, we all know it, right? We just he needs his time to put his stamp on this team, get his players in, and hopefully come June or July when that window opens that we actually get a 10.
Man. What are your thoughts on Toloma, bro?
I don't know.
He was at fault for the third goal. I'll admit that.
Yeah, I kind of feel
the other stuff.
I feel kind of bad for him a little bit though, right? Because he was brought in here, and we've touched on this on other shows that you've been on, Jorge, right, with us.
Yeah.
He was brought in here at last minute, right? Because of, AW5 and all that. And, that's kind of how he came in. And then, he didn't really get, I don't know. If you look at his stats for when he was at Seattle, right, before he came to us, he was a decent player for them. And now, for whatever reason, he just can't get it together here in Charlotte.
Yeah, I get that he was at fault for that third goal. And he hasn't had the best, right? I think he still gets slightly too much unnecessary hate. Because if you look at that first goal, the first goal was like a back pass that I don't know who Abada thought was behind him.
Yeah.
But, he gave that ball up, and, that led to the counter that scored their first goal. Right. So, the whole team had mistakes through the whole game. Obviously, you have to blame Bill Toloma on that third goal for not tracking his man. Right.
Well, I would like to say I saw it, but I didn't. And then I just refused to go back and watch it on Apple today. So I was like, no, I'm not doing that. But to your point, though, the passing all game was just terrible. Like we would just give the ball away, like here. And it was hard to watch.
Do you think, has anyone even thought about maybe with it raining all day like it did, that somehow the pitch itself was just weirdly off with faint.
No,
I
I don't
know
think
it
it.
rains well, but I'm just saying it
I
rained
don't think
and
that
it
has to be it.
stopped raining right before they got on the pitch. It wasn't like it
I
stopped
don't
raining 2
know.
hours
It's just
earlier.
like, you know how it is when you know you got to go to like do something and you don't really feel like doing it, but you go do it anyways, like work Monday through Friday. You know, it's just like that. You know, it's like, oh. And some days, like you show up and you perform and you do great, you know, and you feel like, oh man, I achieved something today. But the other 4 days, you're like, oh, this place sucks, man. I need to win the lottery. Oh, damn. Anyways, let's not get on that tangent.
Hey, Teddy
But
said,
I agree with this take, though. I mean, as much as I love Privet, I think Privet's a solid player for us. He's just not, he's not the same without Malanda.
when's
Yeah,
Milana
man.
coming back?
He should be back.
He was on the bench, which to me at 3-0, at that point, you know, there was no way for us to come back, it looked like, right? So get Malanda 20 minutes, right, to kind of get some game time, get back into it, you know, ease himself into the squad. Although I know they played Independence Monday. They had a little scrimmage with them. So that's a little top bin 90
Insight
to give you guys. So, I mean, a lot of the starters didn't play, but guys like him, I believe, I don't know if Milan actually played, so I can't confirm that, but I'm assuming he did, right? A lot of the players that haven't gotten minutes or so, you know, these guys were playing Monday. So that's a positive because I think we need him back in that back line for New York, right? New York City FC.
Well, I mean, if any game to come back after a loss at home is New York, you know,
who we haven't lost
yet.
to.
They have not beat us yet. We continue to sweep the streets of Manhattan, man.
But
They're
guess
not in
what?
Manhattan, they're in Brooklyn.
Anytime
New
we
York.
have something positive going or some sort of momentum on Charlotte FC side, what does Charlotte do, Lee? What do they
Charlotte's gonna Charlotte, man.
I know it. I knew that shit was gonna come up sooner or later.
Charlotte. But you know what, though, man? Maybe this is now we just go win a bunch of road games and just lose at home all the time now.
I don't want to perpetuate that. I don't want to.
No,
I think it's important to get something out of NYCFC because Portland is. I honestly thought I was like, okay, we'll take 3 points from Minnesota, and you know, Portland. I saw us maybe losing. I mean, again, they've got a solid attacking midfield, right? So they've got good players. Well, let's stick to NYCFC.
Yeah.
You know, but for this weekend, I mean, NYCFC is coming from their kind of turning things around. I think they have got 2 wins back to back now, right? So they're playing at home. They're obviously, I think we're on point levels with them as well, right? So it's a team that we've beat at home to start the season off, right? So if we can go out there and get 3 points in New York, I think that would be a huge plus for us.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, 3 points regardless is a huge plus, but you know, to continue that streak against New York would be good. But yeah, but like you said, Charlotte's going to Charlotte. But
hey, I got
go ahead.
Anyway, going to another thing. I just saw that Defend the Queen. It said something about turning the sprinklers on when it doesn't rain. I'm not sure how different it is. My basic point was it rained all day. Like somehow the little rubber pellets got like super soaked in. Anyway, I won't go about that. I wanted to bring that up because tonight's giveaway from Defend the Queen, I did not see Minty at all on Sunday. Did anyone see Minty? I didn't see Minty, but defendthequeen.com. All right, this is the giveaway tonight. To bring some love back to the world.
CLTFC. Hashtag CLTFC to enter.
Original. So yeah, hashtag CLTFC. Yeah, pissing hands.
Yeah, well, we were going to put some other things in there, but it just seemed to be better just to go with the on the down low. It wasn't very. I forgot my whole thought again.
There you go.
COTFC. Yep.
There you go.
Thank you, Defend the Queen, man, for the art, and if you haven't checked him out, go check him out on all the Instagrams and all that stuff. So, yeah.
I thought just to go back to the shit show that was last game, I thought Cleaning was great, but on the third goalie, I watched the game today, and I know it was such a quick move and from the header, but he just didn't. It's almost like he didn't even flinch. And if his hand, even if he put his hand out, he might have gotten. He was in basic good position.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think he's more at fault for that second goal, where he kind of got a hand on it, but it wasn't strong enough. Yeah.
But also his defense on
to be honest with you, that would be nitpicking. Like you could say he could have done better, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. Like I feel like maybe 2 out of 10 times he gets a better hand on it. You know.
Yeah.
But you're right though. That. Well, I guess my basic thing with Kalina, because when Lee was trying to ask people who man of the match was, and was like, nobody, the other guys, da 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 da. And Lee would always say, well, Kalina did well. You're like, well, how did he do well? 3-0. He did pretty damn good on the first goal for sure. Or not the first goal, the first one he blocked. And then I did like to see, because hell, at the 53rd minute, when we're down 3-0 and no one's into it and the crowd's not into it, I mean, you thought it could go 4, 5, 6, because it wasn't like they were holding back. Their young coach, Minnesota, was like,
yeah.
Fuck it.
I mean, we could have got spanked like Chelsea did today, man.
And they bought it.
In case you had any clan tunes in. But anyways, yes, you're right. I mean, I think Kalina, obviously, anyways, I think we should move on from the match thing. It was a tough one, right? And normally everybody says Kalina when we win, and I try to go on a different path on that. But
is there any performance that you feel was salvageable this game?
I think that,
it
was all mediocre, right? Yeah, because we know that they can all sort of play better than what they did, right? So it's just kind of
even Yuri, man. He comes in right, has a clear header. Right, he needs to put that away.
Yeah,
it was like the last minute of the game. Obviously, like it's not gonna make a big difference, but from a morale perspective, putting a goal right, you've already missed a penalty, right? Putting a goal in the bank right at the end, I think would have helped him like internally continue to grow.
Yeah, again, right? This is just. I think it's just a wash this week, right? Shit happens, right? All the teams in the world have shit games, and unfortunately, ours was Sunday, and hopefully the boys come out and they show up this Saturday and
put it behind,
take care of business. Yeah, again, but if they come out again Sunday or Saturday like they did Sunday, it's gonna be hard not to.
And they, if you see where NYCFC plays, they play in Yankee Stadium, and that's a funky place. It's just weird altogether. And they're coming off 2 big wins, and they got the momentum. and we're coming off getting our asses kicked and looking really bad in front of our home fans. So
sometimes that wounded animal, though, man.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. I'm very curious about how it's going to turn out. They have momentum, and we are pissed off. And hopefully, looking in the mirror, I was glad to see Bronico get back out there, just to see him on the pitch, in the sense that he's healthy enough to be out there, and hopefully that'll bring some more. And Jorge? What is the deal with Bender? He's perfectly healthy now.
He's been hurt. Then he came back, and I think he felt a slight knock. Right, so from what it sounds like, Dino's gonna have him go the Crown Legacy route and then get into the first team. And so I'm not sure the latest on him as of yet, but I know he kind of had a slight regression. But I'm not sure of what happened in terms of his injury.
What did you? Hey,
it could be. Nathan will be back too, right?
Yeah. So. Dean mentioned it at the press conference, which was a Friday, where he had got that green card that exact day. Right. So the next day, apparently, he was flying into Charlotte, or might have made it, but when you don't train, it doesn't make sense to put him in the squad, right?
Yeah, I don't think Jalen slotted in and did a bad job, though.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's interesting, but get our regular back 4 back in there. Hopefully Rapata can cook, and we'll just sweep the streets of NYCFC.
Well, what I need to really see is, okay, like from Dean's perspective, right? He's gonna keep this team, try to keep them competitive, right? Stay within that 7th, 8th, or 9th position, right? In the summer, like these moves have to happen. We can't have another, another deal fell through, or like, you see Fabrizio tweeting about a player that we kind of talked to, or somebody saying, we're closest. The deal has to get over the line, right? And it has to be that center attacking mid coming into this club, being the difference maker, albeit 6 million, 8 million, 10 million, 12 million, whatever that price tag is, to bring in that quality player, bring him in. If you're gonna stick with Enzo through the whole season, right, then this guy will help improve Enzo, get him on the scoring sheets as well, right? If it's not gonna be him, then start figuring out what the contingency plan is.
Yeah, but for now, you're still seeing Ajiman coming in as like a super sub.
Put that question up right now. On the should Charlotte overpay just to make sure they get the guy that? Yes. What does that have to do with us? Like spend the money.
Yeah, I think. Well, at least from my perspective, man. I'm being a Spurs fan for all my life, right? I'm used to always almost having them and almost like not paying that extra $50,000 or whatever.
The reality is, we probably overspent on Abada, but it's okay because we know what type of player we can get out of him, right? We still have yet to see, the best Abada, but we've seen some slight glimpses just from the get-go, which are very positive.
We ever paying concessions, man.
Heck
that is
yeah.
so true. I mean, you're right. I've got no rebuttal for that, man.
Beers.
Keep it going. Yeah, that's it. We for overpays.
Yeah, that's it.
What does that have to do with us?
Well, I don't know. The beers are going to go up to like $19 a beer now, man.
This is the fan in me coming out when they're saying,
Jesus.
We made.
You heard it here, folks, man. Jorge wants the beer prices to go up. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you're saying. What did you take
from me saying Charlotte should overspend?
That
Jorge wants the beer prices going up, folks, man. You heard it here.
Overpaying is our culture. Teddy's right.
It is our team, so if we do overspend, we have to pay it somehow.
That's it. Ticket prices going through the roof, man. Y'all going to be hating it. All because Jorge said raise the prices of the players, man. But yeah, so New York's coming up, man. What do you think? Man? Do you think we're I mean, this is fair too, man. They did sign a lineman for like 9 million. Let's go get Griffith instead, which apparently he might be available this summer. So what you heard about New York, man? What's going on down there in New York or up there in New York?
Well, I mean, like you mentioned, it's a team that we have a positive record against, right? We still haven't lost to them. And I think it's a game. If you're wanting to bounce back as a Charlotte team, this is the game for you, right?
Yeah.
It's a team that hasn't done well. Obviously, they're on the up, right? But Charlotte is a team that I think has. Anytime we go play away, last season I felt like, okay, we're gonna take more L's. But from watching what Dean has done, is we're more compact in the back, which is better. Which is an improvement, right? And we're gonna have opportunities, right? Now, when we have those opportunities, that's when it's really gonna count, right? Like, are we gonna put him in the back of the net? Because we saw that against Toronto, right? I think it was that Enzo 1v1 that he missed, where he had a great first touch, open space, right? 1v1 with the goalie, missed it, right?
Yeah.
And then there was an opportunity. What was the last away game that we played? Remind me.
This season?
Yeah.
New England. Was it New England?
It was New England. Is that crazy rain game?
Yeah, it was New England, right?
We were shit in the rain, man. That's it. Now we figured out why we lost this weekend.
No, the Promisico is what Tom Bogert named it, right?
Right.
Where you saw Ajiman miss that clear chance.
Yes.
So we're going to have opportunities, right? So what it comes down to is, are we going to be able to finally take advantage of these opportunities, which is something that we haven't done to the nth degree when we've been away. So defensively compact, which we've seen under Dean, score your chances, right? So hopefully these chances start landing on a guy like Abada, right?
Yeah.
If we're gonna pay $8 million for this guy, right? When he has those 1v1s, when he gets into those spaces to score, he's gonna be putting them away. At least we're banking on it, right?
Fair.
Let me not curse him right now by saying this.
Don't call out anybody's names, man. Do not call a play. So now Patrick, sorry, Patrick, man. I hate it for you, buddy. I think Jorge just threw the curse on you.
Well, I think Pat redeemed
You
himself.
interviewing him?
Pat redeemed himself the next game, right, where he scored a goal.
Yeah.
Right? He scored the game-winning goal against. Why am I having such a hard time remembering the teams that we played? Who did we beat 3-2? Somebody remember?
Cincinnati.
No, it wasn't.
No, not Cincinnati. Who was
Hey,
it?
you got it even worse than I did.
I'm older, man. I'm older. I got a lot going on, man.
Anyways, he scored the game winner 3-2 to whoever we played last before Minnesota. Who was it, dude?
Last week. Toronto.
Y'all are funny.
Yeah, it was Toronto.
I could have given you the answer, but I didn't want to.
Why not? Why don't you join in and
You're
help
like,
color analyst? Yeah.
Bro, that game Sunday was so bad. We're still feeling the after effects of
I
it.
know, right?
Yeah.
We're shell shocked. We got PTSD from covering it.
Yes, for sure. So what do you think the score is going to be? And you guys dropped your predictions too out there in on the old chat there, man. But do you think we win this weekend, Jorge?
I think we'll draw 2-2.
2-2. Who scores for us?
Abada and then a Westwood banger.
All right.
I asked Westwood that in the training. I was like, "Yo, Westwood, we're gonna see a banger this weekend." He was like, "That's probably the only one I have in the tank." I'm like, "Come on, bro."
Yeah, it's like, give me some hope. JT, what do you think the score's going to be?
Man, I was gonna say the same thing Jorge said, but that's just too boring. I'm gonna say draw 3-3.
Good God.
And
Where are we getting these goals from?
I think Capetti's finally gonna break it.
Mm.
I'm thinking, yeah, Ajimon, Capetti, and we'll just make it a Bada. And then if I'm only right about one of the three, I'm still feeling good because it's,
Enzo hat trick, bro.
Wouldn't that be
Who
something?
was it? Who was in that Facebook group that betted on Enzo?
3 goals for it to be a hat trick.
Yeah,
Man.
somebody did. They put their parlay or something up, right?
That's a brave soul right there.
Yeah, I think we lose 2-0.
Dang, bro.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm going for that reverse psychology shit.
Perfect. That top.
Yeah.
I tried that earlier this season. It sort of worked.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who gets a hat trick? I'll buy Jorge his next bottle of Joe.
All right,
Yes.
perfect.
Yeah.
Maxilla, hey, clip that.
What do you think, man? What do you think, Britton? Yeah, no, I don't know. I just don't know where the goals are going to come for us, man. You know,
I
and
think
exactly like Sean says, every week we're saying it's going to be the game for Capetti. I don't know. Maybe we're on the. I don't know.
Well, but the basic point is, and obviously he knows it, is every game that he plays and doesn't score, that just ratchets up the pressure on him to score the next time. It's like
that's why he should have taken that penalty at the very beginning of the season.
I know.
I mean, hindsight is always 20/20. At that point, we won the game, so it really didn't make a difference. I feel like pointing back at that game is like, well, it's like the other times that there has been penalties, he hasn't been on the pitch, unfortunately.
You know a name we haven't mentioned tonight?
That's what I'm really curious to see, who the next penalty taker is, right?
This is a perfect segue.
It's got to be Enzo.
No. I know this isn't going to be it, but I wanted to bring up the name. A name we hadn't talked about tonight who came in. Oh, Petrovic, man. Petrovic is going to take that penalty, dog.
Yeah.
Now, how'd y'all feel about Petro? What's up with him, man? I thought
yeah, he's a guy that Dean's been trying at the 10, which, I mean, in my opinion, he's done okay. He's more, and he said it himself, more of a box-to-box 8, right? And right now, I think that 6 and 8 position are locked with guys like Diani and Westwood interchanging, right? And so, I mean, for me, I'd rather start them two. And that 10 position, I mean, we've seen it, like, we still don't have a do not tuck up Pickle. We still haven't seen a proper 10 under Dean, right? Because he doesn't have one.
Yeah. And again, that's kind of been the topic that we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks. I feel like you and I got into a heated discussion the last time you were on, Jorge, about Breck and the 10 and everything, man.
Well, you wanted us to create like 15 chances a game.
Yeah, well, you know, if
my only point. Do you want to start this argument again?
100% I do, because I was right, damn it. Yes.
You want 20 chances a game, and I'm saying if we didn't have any 1v1 opportunities this weekend, there was no clear-cut chances from our strikers, right? So this weekend, you're allowed to say we needed to create more. That weekend, we did need to create more, but Enzo had a 1v1 that he missed, right? That is the big difference, right? DP strikers get paid to put them away.
I'm not debating that. Of course they do. That's their job. But you know what, though? You always say, man, you always shoot high. And if you come in half of that, we would have had 10 chances to create, man. Again, that 10's it for us. That's where we need.
Yeah, well, like I said earlier in this game, right, a lot of our creations coming from the wing, right? I mean, if we're not putting in decent crosses, which we weren't this game.
Yeah, but that's it, right?
And also, on another point, I just thought about this. Why was Abada taking the corner kicks? Like
It's not like he's very tall.
Yeah, but they were not good corner kicks.
No,
right?
they wasn't.
There was one near the end that he literally kicked it and it went out before it came out on the pitch.
He was trying to do the Olympico.
Right.
What was that foul that like someone was offsides on the corner? They tried to do that quick little corner in towards the end, like didn't take the kick, and then whoever was getting passed back to Kerwin or someone, they got called offsides. It was like it was like the what
that set piece play from the corner.
Yeah.
Again, a lack of concentration.
It was like what's happening?
Yeah, that was all on Yede.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean that's the thing, right? Talking about all the wing play and everything. That's it. That's all teams need to do is jam up the middle, push us to the wing, and stop the ball going in. Right? End of.
For sure.
And does that not seem the same as it has been for the last 2 years now?
Yeah, because we don't have a 10.
And never have had a good enough.
Yeah, I thought earlier in the season we looked slightly more threatening from our set pieces. Right? I think this game it was just off.
Yeah.
That's a good point about Abada, though. It's like, why, even if he's the highest paid player now,
well, I mean, because
why was he taking it?
We typically see Yede on those corners.
True.
Facts.
Yes.
Hey, if you want to win tell us again what it's not a lithograph, but this is artwork. This is not any kind of just printed off thing. It's in its own little, plastic to keep it all. But Defend the Queen, our friend does these, and this is Sir Minty. We all need a little Sir Minty in our lives. Y'all know that. Hey, Sir Minty. Hey, Sir Minty. But yeah, hashtag CLTFC if you want to be a part of this tonight.
Yes, hashtag COTFC. Yeah, so it's a print of an original spray paint artwork.
There you go.
Yes.
It's art. It's work.
Yeah.
And I remember that we had him on one time. It was great.
Yeah, we did. I think during the whole show, too, he was doing a drawing and we ended up getting, or a painting, and we gave it away, I think, at the end of the show, which was pretty cool. All right, so hashtag COTFC if you want to enter.
Hey, I wanted to bring up, hold on, let me look through my list real quick. I want to bring up a couple things here.
All right.
All right, so Burn, he's going to May the 4th be with you. So that's a big thing now in the whole Star Wars fan universe. And May 4th is when we're back at the bank against, who are we playing? What's going on tonight, Jorge? Who are we playing at home on the 4th?
Portland.
Yeah, the Timbers.
We play.
Yeah. Anyway, they're giving away foam lightsabers. I don't know, but that's something that's happening. Damn, when I looked it up earlier to watch the game on YouTube, they called it highlights.
Anyway, also before the Sunday game, the club said when they were building up, they said no Sunday scaries. That wasn't very good.
We were definitely scared.
It was scary. Don't ever use that.
We were something.
The team definitely got passed over.
I had written on my notes from the last show. It's like, what the hell are Sunday scaries? What are they talking about? No Sunday scaries. I was like, what the hell even is that? But I never brought it up. But yeah, Sunday scaries are real. We caught them, and we don't want them again. So don't ever bring that up again, club. Thank you very much.
No, I think the best thing about Sunday's game was that damn tifo, man. That thing was on point.
It was, but I mean, Minnesota trolled us back. You know,
No, I mean they hit it right. They hit it right with the troll back, man. But whatevs, you know. Anyways, let's do this giveaway, man. I got to take some allergy medicine.
Well, they have the scoreboard too, so
Yeah, so only 5 of y'all want some artwork, huh? So
hey,
I'm about to end
COTFC, yeah. Go ahead and enter us in.
From Sunday.
Yeah.
The Yeti coin isn't here, so it's not rigged.
Yeah. Yes, it was. It was very good. All right, screw it. Hashtag COTFC.
Yeah, that duck hunt. Yeah, the whole with the old NES. That was hilarious.
Damn Esteban in there.
Watch him win it.
Watch.
Give it to Esteban. I don't give a shit. All right.
Nope.
Jorge,
Nope,
you
we're
got
gonna draw again. We're gonna draw again.
Rigged.
Screw that, man.
rigged
How the
all
hell?
day. I've been going
How the
against
hell does it? No, we're drawing again, man. Screw that. How the hell does that always happen, man? No, I promise you, this is as random as I know. There you go, Sean. You won,
Hey,
buddy.
Sean, he said earlier, please, finally.
Damn. He spoke it into existence after I
Nice.
got
I
robbed.
don't know, man.
Hey,
I don't know how it
dang.
works. This is
Sean,
terrible.
Is
I'll
this
put-
Barcelona Real Madrid getting robbed again? This
Yeah,
is crazy.
yeah. Hey,
Oh,
listen,
man.
I'll put this in, Sean. I'll put this in my backpack and I'll have it at the interviews.
Yeah,
I'll
when the rig.
after the games for you. So just come up to me and I'll hand it to you. So,
Yes, the thing. That's it. The only thing, congrats, Sean, man.
Yeah.
We'll make sure you get it, man. And we do appreciate you, Sean, taking those pictures of us while we're in the middle of doing fan interviews so we can retweet those, man. That's pretty cool of you. And with that being said, right, we're going to drop fan interviews tomorrow or fan reactions tomorrow.
Yes.
As always, I'm going to put next Tuesday's show as a tentative, and I just need to see how the week goes.
Man, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
It might be just you then.
Come
I
on.
can't run the show by myself.
Hey,
I'm just
talk
saying.
to Krista, talk to Heidi. We need that Swifty power this weekend.
That's
Swifty
right. I
power.
don't know why Lee's like all anti-Swifty power, bro. Just bring it in, man.
No, I went at the end there. I said that's actually a brilliant idea. We should have her on the show.
Well, yeah, we should have her on the show. You're right.
That's it. But we'll figure it out. I mean, there's a lot going on over here, man, at Lee's house this week and next week. So you can huff all you want, man. You can come over here and deal with it, and I'll just come back in 2 weeks.
Yeah, easy, Lee. Easy,
Yeah.
Lee. We want to
know.
end this on a happy note. Okay.
Hey. Yeah. So yes. Anyways, you can find us on all the socials at COTFC Fan TV. Make sure to like, subscribe, retweet, share, all that fun stuff. Top Ben, where can people find you at, man?
At Top Bin 90 on all their socials. If you haven't watched that Dean Smith one-on-one, go watch it. We got some other ones coming out that are pretty good too. So be on the lookout.
All right. JT, any final words, man? Happy words.
For the fannies, by the fannies. Woo!
Damn it.